Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel for You Can't Even See Me. I apologize, my camera is having issues today. Let me fix it. It's a great way to start a live stream.
he's there, but he's blurry, so it's okay. Oh, I love technology. It's my
Okay, I have returned. I'm so sorry about that, everyone. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. I'm using a different USB port this time. So hopefully it was a one-off. Anyway, we are joined once again by Ryan from Jedha Patrol. Thank you, sir, for coming along and joining me on this stream. It's been a week or two since we've caught up. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of figure stuff to discuss.
Yeah, it's been it's been a couple weeks. It's been a crazy couple weeks. Thanks. That's been a good thing. That's been a good thing. So I'm not even complaining. I'm not going to complain when they release figures. So that's a good thing.
Yes,
so,
of course.
Yes.
I mean, they seem to be on a weird trajectory right now. So it's quiet, and then they'll release one or two things, and then they'll go quiet for another 2 or 3 weeks. I'm not a huge fan of that because that means that the other 50 million things that were supposed to come out this year probably won't because there are only so many weeks left, unless they drop like 5 at a time every week going forward now, which I would be fine with.
I'm good with that, but I think most people would not be okay with that. When they start getting those invoices, they're going to be like, oh, no.
Yeah, and the worst part is, so say they drop 5 at a time and we pick up 5 in that week and then the next week and the next week. The issue is that Sideshow won't be getting them at the same time as Hong Kong, so you might end up with 20 invoices all at once. And I don't envy that position. I mean,
no, you don't want to
get a lot of figures, but you know.
And honestly, really... I'd be okay with like 2 a week. I'd be good with that.
I would be fine. I would be fine with that. They kind of need to ramp it up because, as I said, there are only so many weeks left in the year, and there are like 30 or something figures supposed to be out this year. So do the math.
Which is less than they've done in previous years, and less. And
correct.
It's if for all of those people who have pre-orders they've been waiting on for years. I'm talking about you, in-game Cap. I'm talking about you. And some other Avengers line stuff. It can be frustrating. So
yeah, very much so. And then you see a bunch of Spider-Man figures coming out early, which I'm sure we'll discuss in just a second. I mean, it can be frustrating, but it's the nature of what we buy. Bob Dylan, by the way, has kickstarted the Super Chats for today with a $5 Super Chat. Welcome, everyone. Please remember, no rude comments or spamming the chat. Enjoy, and if you have a burning question, drop a Super Chat. Thank you, Bob Dylan, who is a channel member and an amazing moderator of this stream. So thank you very much for the Super Chat, sir. And he is 100% right. If you want Ryan and I to see your comment highlighted on top of the chat, then feel free to Super Chat.
That helps. Sure.
It does. So last week we had the anti-Ox suit Spidey 7 months only after its announcement. What? How is that even?
Here's what happened. Here's what happened. Mm-hmm. I called up and I was like, "Hey, those figures you've been waiting on for 3 years? Don't worry about those. Don't worry about those. Let's just do one you just announced and let's drop it now." And they were yeah, no problem.
I think that potentially they might know something we don't. Like, is there a Spider-Man PS5 2 going to be announced in like a month or two? And then they thought, oh, well, people will just, if they do that, and then we go and announce a figure for that game, and this one, people have already pre-ordered it, then they won't pre-order the new one. I don't know. Because, I mean, if a new game gets announced, it won't necessarily hurt the anti-Ox suit because that's already sold out. Like, it's already been pre-ordered.
Yeah.
But if that was still on pre-order and a new game came out and then they're thinking, oh, well, if we announce our figure, then it will hurt potentially the new one. Maybe.
I don't know.
But I don't know. That's
whether you got that
slim.
One, whether you got that one, or you skip that one or whatever it is. I was pleasantly surprised by the actual figure. Yeah, I love it. It's up there. I'm a big fan of it. I mean, but the fact that it came 6-7 months early is just absolutely insane. Like you said, it's great.
It's a bonus. It's a nice bonus. A lot of people were complaining about one thing though, and it's a very weird thing to me. So, I mean, we've discussed this before. we buy Hot Toys for the realism factor, right? That's like, otherwise we may as well buy a Figure Arts figure or a Mafex figure because they're great at their own different things at different scales. We buy Hot Toys for one thing, and it's that they are the most realistic at that scale, right? I think we can all agree on that. Hot Toys have said that themselves. That's their mission statement. But people have been, like, I think it's new collectors mainly, have been coming into the chat in the videos saying, hey, I want exposed joints. I want this thing to be made out of metal. I want it to have real armor on top. Like, put it in, just think about it for a moment. If you're asking them to put a mesh suit and then a bunch of armor plates on top of the mesh suit, how? How would they do it so slim and form-fitting and then be able to move the joints? You'd have armor plates, like, colliding with one another.
Think First Order Trooper. Not happening.
Exactly, but
to those people, I would say, make it happen. That's what I would say.
Do it. If you think that it can be done, do it. Because in the game, they don't have to worry about armor plates colliding. They can stretch and deform because they're not real. Whereas when you have to make it real, you have to make concessions to make it stretch and deform, which means material, not plastic. I'm sorry, but it's the only way.
There's no other... I don't know what other medium they would use to make the thing. If they put metal armor plates on it, die-cast plates on it, it would kill the figure.
The look, number one, because it would be huge and bulky, and it wouldn't be as form-fitting as the suit needs to be, and it wouldn't move. If you think about all those, it's got like 50 million armor plates. Imagine moving that arm and they're all being separate pieces. They would all collide with one another.
It's what they want is chainmail.
Yep.
That's what they want.
Maybe.
I don't know how you do it. And it would be heavy, and the price would be triple, and then they'd complain about that. And there's always something to complain about. There's just
it's the only way that I can see it being made is they have to cheat when it comes to that sort of stuff, because they cheated in the game. They didn't have a fixed plate thing where, when we're animating it, guys, make sure that plate, make sure it's the same size in every shot. We don't want to stuff it up. Yeah. They cheated.
I mean, you're watching. I saw I guess it was a behind the scenes look at the Spider-Man, the Miles Morales Into the Spider-Verse, that thing.
Yes.
And then they did. You may have seen this where they did the falling through the city thing.
Yep.
Scene, and then they showed how distorted all that artwork was to actually make
absolutely.
It's insane. It's insane, and so they do the same thing with these video games.
You have to cheat sometimes. From Iron Man 2 onwards, the Iron Man suits, they had to throw all reality in terms of proportions out of the window, because the Mark III, while it looked good, it was a little bit bulky and tank-like, and you kind of had no neck because they actually had him in a physical suit. From Iron Man 2 Mark IV onwards, the legs are too long for a real person to fit in it. You can see the Stan Winston design videos about the changes that they made to the suits, but you have to cheat sometimes. And in figure format, they can only do the best they can based off
of that. We're talking about fictional things. They don't exist.
The game suit never existed. So they've made something that nobody else has made out of fabric. So I personally am super happy with it. So
I am too. And that particular figure, I notice a lot of people that are skipping that figure because it's not a classic red and blue.
Yeah.
And black, whatever.
A friend of mine said, that's not Spider-Man. And I was like, pretty sure it is, friend.
Yeah. He has all kinds of suits throughout the comics. All kinds of crazy stuff.
Exactly.
And the video game. But this suit in person pops on the shelf. It stands out. And get the deluxe with the anti-ox arms and everything. You got.
I love that base. I love that base.
I've got mine displayed currently in an unconventional manner.
Oh.
Which I'll be just showcasing soon.
Okay.
I
can't wait to see
you, nobody has displayed theirs like I've got mine, so I'm excited to show it. Maybe I'll throw it on Instagram early or something. I was going to save it for a collection tour thing, but I might throw it on Instagram. I don't know.
Okay, I want to see it. I can't wait to see that.
It's interesting. So
it's a dope suit. You'd think the black would be boring, but it isn't. There are so many textures and so many different sheens. There's glossy parts, there's matte parts, there's mesh parts. When you see it, there's a lot to look at. It's not just a boring, flat black suit with yellow logos smacked on the chest. It's very interesting to look at. So if you're on the fence, get it now before you cannot get it.
Yeah, I mean, if we look at any of the Spider-Man PS4, PS5 releases in the past, or PS4, once those figures eventually sell out, they make a lot of them. All right, let's be honest.
Yeah,
they made a lot of them. I mean, Spider-Punk's still in stock, so I mean, this is what it is.
Poor Spider-Punk.
But like this guy right here,
Scarlet
this is
Spider,
an unbelievable release. Unbelievable.
He's awesome.
The amount of the fun you can have with these things, and I was talking to one of our guys the other day, Michael, and he's like, I don't collect Spider-Man, and why do you like Spider-Man? I said, well, number one, the accessories are amazing with these PS4 figures. The pizza, the donuts, the cameras, the drones, the whatever, the crazy webs and plushies, the cell phones taken. I mean, just they're insane.
Yeah.
You don't get that with any other figure. And Spider-Man can do, like, there's no rules.
Yeah.
You can pose him however you want. You can have him interact with multiverse people, and there's no rules, like Deadpool.
Yeah.
Just super. And when you get them on the shelf displayed, they look amazing. So,
I mean, I'll hear a lot of people saying, I don't want to get a modern Spidey figure because the suits and I can't pose it, etc., etc. But that's not true. You can pose them. They are extremely posable. It's just up to you whether or not you're worried about leaving him in that pose. But also, are you collecting solely for posability, or are you collecting to have Spider-Man on your shelf? Yeah. Because I'm collecting to have Spider-Man. The posability is a nice added bonus, but like number one priority is Spider-Man, right? Like that's why we want him. So you have to rationalize that.
I'm on the flip side of that. I'm on the flip side. I want the Spider-Man. Yeah, I'm on the flip side.
Interesting.
I want the Spider-Man, but if I can't, and let me preface this with, I don't care if I mess up a suit, if it creases or anything. I don't.
Okay, well that's different. That's perfectly acceptable. You're not one of those people who complain that because I've left the leg up for 6 months that the suit has become damaged, or that because I've closed the mouth on my Hot Toys Baby Yoda that the neck has split. Yeah, it's not like that, which is good.
Yeah, well, that is good. But you could totally get with Spider-Man. You could buy the Iron Man Hall of Armor, and you can have a Spider-Man Hall of Armor, which I'm considering. I'm thinking about it. But I don't even own the Hall of Armor, but I was thinking about it for that purpose.
Okay.
But you could have, I don't know. It just depends on how big a fan of that character you are. You got to decide how
Absolutely.
deep. I mean, some people collect Stormtrooper variants.
I collect Stormtroopers myself. I've got just a bunch of plain white Stormtroopers on the ground right here. I mean, I haven't opened them yet.
I just got another one delivered today. I just got another.
There you go. See, exactly.
I mean,
so
just, collect whatever you want to collect, and but there is a cause and effect. If you're going to pose a figure with a fabric suit, there's a cause, and then you're gonna have an effect, and you got to. If you're okay with that effect,
Yeah, fabric creases because that's what fabric does. Yeah, so that's what it is. We do have a question from Palmer Hope, a $5 super chat. Predictions for figures for SDCC. Also, do you all think we could get a Mando Luke Skywalker? SDCC is happening in November, right?
SDCC, well, no, that's NYCC. So did they move it?
Aren't they doing it the Thanksgiving set?
Oh,
SDCC or whatever?
Well, that effect, I don't know.
That's in November, right?
I don't know.
Okay.
I haven't really been following it.
Let's just say that there are figures that I think that Sideshow have done so many of these their own weird, like they're setting it up in some closet cloakroom thing and they're, taking pictures of figures in there and like it's their own private convention for themselves. I would say they'd probably just do that because then they don't have to go anywhere. I don't know about SDCC, but if they do another Sideshow, Micronaut, Con, whatever, then we might see stuff there. And I'm really hoping for, if we're talking about Toy Fair exclusives, a battle-damaged version of that anti-ox suit. Because in the game, it gets torn away and you can see the advanced suit underneath. You've got his face on one half of the mask. I'd love that. Ryan, do you have any Toy Fair wants or needs?
Oh, I've got a big. Yes, I want a battle damage in-game cap that is released in 2026.
Of course. We need a battle damage cap and a battle damage Thor because we've got Iron Man and we've got Thanos. Come on,
gotta have it. So
come on.
That's way up there on my list. I mean, he mentioned the Mendo Luke Skywalker. I'd like to have that, but there's already like 4 or 5 different.
It's a cheap one. It's an easy one.
It's like the only difference is the cloak. He's got a black cloak versus a brown cloak. And if you want to change the portrait a little bit, that's fine. But that's not a big deal for me. I would say everybody still wants the Mark 1 reissue or the diecast Mark 1. That's always a thing. But I don't know. I would say battle damage cap is probably in the realms of possibility.
I would certainly hope so. Apparently, it's in July. There's a virtual in July and then a miniature con in November. So there is some San Diego stuff going on. Thank you, Resident Obi-Wan.
NYCC is still on, although it's a scaled back thing, and I haven't decided if I'm going to that yet or not. We'll see how that plays out.
Okay, all right. Well, unfortunately, I can't go anywhere, so I will be covering it from here. But whether or not Hot Toys send stuff, they probably will, but they might hold their own event. Remember when they did their summer showcase last year? They held their own special convention. They announced a heck load of stuff there. I mean, we haven't seen the Black Widow prototype for a while from the Black Widow film, which is supposed to be coming out in July, maybe. Who knows?
Movie's never getting released. We're never going to see that.
Oh man, I really want to see that movie, and I really want
here's what I'd like to see. They should have those figures on standby, like ready to go. We should not be talking about Black Widow figures in 2024.
I know.
They should just be gone.
They should be ready, but they won't. They won't.
I know they won't. That's one of the biggest issues with Hot Toys. They know about this stuff way before we even know stuff exists. Okay.
Yeah.
And they've got the stuff, and I get it. There's changes to. I get that. There's changes stuff. But they should still have it somewhat in the pipeline. We shouldn't be talking about Bro Thor 2.5 years after the movie was released.
They can do it as well. They can because they had D23 Cap ready. And that was like 2 years before Endgame Cap was out. So y'all can do it. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, we're just talking about the Spider-Man they're released in 6-7 months.
There you go. But they selectively choose not to do it because, let's be honest, once people have put the pre-order in, especially with Hot Toys, then they ain't going to cancel. They might cancel with Sideshow, a couple of people lose their deposit, whatever. But if it's Hot Toys, which is not, in my opinion, the best way to do it, because you're kind of alienating your customer base if you don't know technically when it is going to come out. Because, they give you a rough date, but more than likely, it ain't gonna happen, son. You're not gonna see it by
Secret
2021.
Isn't Secret Base, if you're there, you pay half, right? You pay half up front and you pay...
depends. For exclusives, you've got to pay full. But for most, I'm pretty sure you pay half. You're right.
And then you wait 2 years or however.
And then you wait whenever, and then you get them. A couple of people have said they really want a Clone Wars Obi-Wan. I 100% agree, but I pray that it is not a Toy Fair exclusive. Just release it regular so that everyone will be able to get it more easily and it won't be limited, etc., etc.
Agreed. I mean, we really
General Obi-Wan
Whiplash from last year, so.
No, oh my god, I have 2 Whiplashes.
They're going to release Whiplash again.
Just the prisoner version, prisoner Whiplash,
but this time with the board.
Of course, they have to. Oh, but seriously, give us Clone Wars Obi-Wan now, please. Oh, yeah. Come on now.
Linda we talked about this a couple weeks back. I'm more excited about the Sideshow Clone Wars stuff than I am the Hot Toys.
Absolutely. They are the number one thing that I'm most excited about because, let's be honest, we've collected so much random, movie accurate stuff. I want something different now, and that's something different, so it gets me excited. But I don't know if that's just us because we've collected everything else already, and now we want something different.
Maybe the chat can let us know. Awesome. I have no idea.
Yeah. Let us know in the chat. Are you excited about these animated figures that we keep on going on about? Because I could talk about these things all day. They look awesome. They look fantastic.
Yeah, because if they give me an animated Cad Bane, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah, that'd be bad. That'd be bad ass. Linda, who is an amazing channel member, says, poor Justin, locked down in Australia. Yes, my state has been locked down since last Thursday, I believe. So we have 67 cases total. And that has caused us to be locked down. And we can only travel within a 5K radius. And Ms. Collection is unable to start her new job.
Oh, no.
You heard that right. 67 cases in total. Not 6,700. 67. Yeah. So
one day it'll be over.
Oh, yes.
Bob Dylan. That's a good suggestion. I like that.
Bob Dylan with a $5 super chat. I know it's a fantasy, but a Mark II DeLorean hover. I don't think that should be a fantasy, though. That should be a thing. I don't know why, because they said they were going to, but they say they're going to do a lot of stuff. So, you know,
clearly.
A hover converted DeLorean
too, but there's that.
Oh, don't even get me started.
But a hover mode, like that would be, if let me throw this out. If they put a Mark II DeLorean hover mode out before we see a cyborg, there would be mass anger.
I don't think that cyborg. I think maybe they were considering it, and now it's been cancelled. I was told by my source that it's going ahead. I think you had the same source.
That's crazy.
I told y'all you got to watch it. I don't think it's going to happen, and unfortunately, it still hasn't happened. It might. Toy Fair exclusive. Hey, that could be one of them.
That would be a perfect Toy Fair exclusive.
It would be the quintessential Toy Fair exclusive, but yeah, I don't know if it's going to happen. I don't know. Maybe. We have another super chat from Joseph R. Dark Knight Returns comic 1/6 needs to happen too. Yeah, I mean, comic book accurate 1/6 scale figures, in my opinion, is like a treasure trove of untapped figure potential. We've seen recently those third-party companies have announced that Hush Batman. I think it looks great. They've announced a White Knight Batman, which looks awesome as well. But just literally ripped straight from the comic books, a little bit more realistic with the faces. That is a treasure trove of 1/6 scale goodness. I don't know why, because I know Sideshow has the DC Comics license. Come on, guys. Yep. Come on now. You know what to do.
It's an infinite possibility of figures. Infinite.
Yeah, but
they could release batches of like 500 of this and 500 of that, 500 or whatever they want to do, small batches, and sell them out. There we go.
I think that is something that they definitely should investigate. I don't know if they are or not, but it's a missed opportunity if they don't, because you all have the license. There are so many different versions of Batman that aren't really all that hard to make, let's be honest, that people would snap up. You all are already partnered with Fison to make your female figures. Why don't you just use one of them for your big old Batman? M35 is perfect for him. So I hope that they one day realize that. Their Harley Quinn is coming out this week, actually, I believe. Or maybe it's early next week. Their comic book. Their comic book Harley. I got the email saying, hey, Justin, it's coming in. So I'll be getting it, and I'll be reviewing it very soon with the Fison body, which I'm really excited about. On a Harley, that means you can do crazy poses. Harley is known for her crazy poses. So,
it's going to be a lot of fun.
I'm pretty darn excited for the Sideshow Harley, which, you know, initially I probably wouldn't have said because I wasn't a huge fan of the old comic book Sideshow figures, especially that original Harley with that body that literally broke when you were, like, just looking at it. So,
I've got some.
Hopefully this one is better. Hopefully. Which it will. It will be. Come on now.
Green Lantern Batman. We haven't seen a proper Green Lantern either. That's awesome. Good call.
We did have that.
Not the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern, though. Not that one.
No, I mean, come on, DC, Warner Brothers. Let's see some more DCEU stuff. I got a question for you, Ryan.
Shoot.
When it comes to the DC films, do you prefer the standalone stuff like the Joker and this Batman Pattinson, or do you prefer the Snyder verse?
Ooh, so definitely not Snyderverse.
Interesting.
Definitely not Snyder.
What about the later films like Aquaman and Shazam?
Yeah. Shazam, I love Shazam. Oh, yeah. I just watched it again the other day. I freaking love Shazam. It's a fun movie. It's just fun. You can watch it 100 times. Captain Sparkle Fingers. He's great. But Wonder Woman, the OG Wonder Woman, love it. I just absolutely love that. Everything about that movie, even though the plot holes are ridiculous, but I love it.
You allow it.
You do. It's just fun. It's fun. The Dark Knight trilogy, that's a win for me,
of course.
100%.
Yep.
But I like the Dark Knight trilogy over the Snyderverse stuff by far. I liked it better. But I think that's pretty much. I mean, what else? Joker, the Joaquin Phoenix Joker. I mean, it was fine, but I wouldn't. I don't. This is not Joker to me. That's just the guy. That's not the Joker. It's okay.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I think they said I think they said that it was their way of just getting their film greenlit, just basing it loosely in the Gotham City comic universe, and they Trojan horsed it.
Yeah, loose was an understatement. It was loose.
It was
entertaining.
Loosely. Yeah,
I haven't found I watched it once and I'm good. I don't feel the need to watch it again.
Yeah, I don't need to watch it. I've only seen it once, and usually with comic book films, I'm multiple viewing type of guy. But that was a heavy movie, and I don't think I want to sit through that again. Plus, I saw it in New York, and I don't know if this is a normal US cinema going experience, because our cinemas are quite different. Like, nobody claps or does any weird shit here. Whereas in the US, in the Joker especially, like, people were maniacally laughing when he was like killing a dude, and I was like, huh. And they had like armed guards outside the cinema because that was all when it's inciting violence and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. That just doesn't happen here, so I didn't know what was going on. It freaked me out. So
that's one reason I go to movies alone most of the time, because I can sit there and I don't have to worry about whoever I'm with asking me questions and doing. I just want to watch the movie. If I want to go back for a second or third viewing and take somebody with me, that's fine. But like the first viewing, I just. But like in game,
I think that's more than fair.
Yeah, because if you're going to ask me who's this and what happened there, and I'm out. I don't want to ask. I want to enjoy the film. But I saw Endgame like a number of times and with people, or whatever, and that was fine. But the first time, and I expected this with Avengers Endgame. Yes. I expected it with Cap getting the hammer and the whole thing, and I expected people to applaud. Like
people cheered for the hammer. People just like straight up cheer, but that was the rest of the film was just like silence. I think that was the first time I've ever seen that, because we went to a midnight screening, and if you're going to a midnight screening, the people who are there really want to see that movie because they're up at midnight for how many 3 hours or whatever. So, they want to be there. So anyway, they let out a bit of cheer. We were wearing our team suit shirt. So we were in Avengers appropriate apparel. And yeah, people cheered when Cap got the hammer. But aside from that, it was quite quiet.
Oh, we had people like when, that was right. I'm trying to think which one was which. Endgame, yeah. When Hawkeye's kids' family disappeared, that was beginning of Endgame. So yeah, there was some like sadness going on there. It's fine.
Bob Dylan,
I understood.
Welcome to America, Justin. Thank you, Bob Dylan. Thank you.
But I would prefer if somebody was near me to just shut up. That's what I would prefer. So.
Yep, a nice, quiet, peaceful, blissful going experience. That's what I personally like. But I honestly lean towards the connected universe stuff. Whenever I see a new DC project being announced that's not part of that universe, I'm like, I'm still going to watch it, and I'm probably going to enjoy it. But I really want to know what's going on in that universe, because, of course, we had Superman show up in Shazam at the end. So they're keeping those threads tightly weaved, but also not. So I hope that one day we get another Justice League film. I don't know what that's going to look like or who's going to be in it. But Shazam, Superman, Batman,
I do like
Wonder
the actors they've chosen for the character. Ben Affleck,
yes,
Batman, Gal Gadot, the Flash guy. He was better in the Snyder Cut for sure.
Oh, he was so much better.
But that wasn't his fault. That was the director's fault.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, Cyborg, that was fine. But Batfleck as Batman, I'm a big fan of that. I'd like to see him have his own thing. Not like versus Superman. I'd like to see just Batman in Gotham fighting crime.
we haven't seen that real detective Batman in a while. Like, we saw a little bit of it in The Dark Knight, who's doing the ballistics on the bullet, whatever, but Batman's supposed to be the world's greatest detective. So,
right.
Let's see him do some detecting, because that's what people haven't seen for a while. We've seen the brawler Batman now. We've seen the, more realistic Batman with Christian Bale. Give us detective Batman. Something a little bit different. Maybe we'll get that with Matt Reeves' Batman. I don't know. Well, I don't know what we're going to get with that, to be honest.
I don't know. I'm getting trolled. I'm getting trolled in the chat. Lyle Rockwell's trolling me. It's a friendly troll, so it's okay.
Hey, with a $4.99 super chat, any universe that Triple J appears in, is that an inside joke for you, Ryan?
Yeah, he decided he would play Photoshop tomfoolery and make me as J. Jonah Jameson. And,
excellent.
So he's trolling. But hey, for $4.99, you can troll as much as you want, man. It's all good.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for the super chat, Lyle. That is awesome. Bob Dylan with another $5. Who else sat through that almost 20-minute credits of Endgame hoping for an Easter egg scene? I know I did, and I'm pretty sure everyone in the cinema did as well. Although, when we went and saw Cruella last week, which, by the way, is an excellent movie, surprisingly, it's really good. I loved it. Apparently, there's a mid-credit scene, and of course, I left because I was like, hey, there wouldn't be anything after Cruella. Why would there be? Apparently, there is. So now I have to watch it on Disney Plus again.
Oh yeah, I'll probably check it out on Disney Plus.
It's really good. I loved every minute of that movie. Plus, the music is fantastic, so that always helps. And Emma Stone is an amazing performer. It's a great movie. Check it out, all of y'all in the chat. I have started a new obsession, Ryan. Do you want to know what it is?
Yeah. What's up?
Well, our friend here, I have recently picked up my very first Gundam.
Yeah.
I've been a fan of Japanese. Thank you. I've been a fan of Japanese anime for a while, and I checked out the first 5 or 6 episodes of Mobile Suit Gundam, the original from the 80s, and I had to, for some reason, I don't know why, go and pick up the Perfect Grade Unleashed version of the RX-782. A mouthful, but a absolutely gorgeous representation of the first mobile suit from the Earth people. There were evil ones as well. But this thing is absolutely stunning. Plus, I'll leave him off to the side here. He comes with something that Hot Toys should take note of. So this is his beam saber. So he comes with a lightsaber of sorts. Check that out.
Ooh.
It's literally a separate piece. It's not connected to the hand. You can remove it, and it lights up really, really nicely. It's got a teeny tiny little battery in the hilt. You literally just flick it, and it lights up from the bottom all the way to the top. There are studio lights going on, and you can still see it. That's how bright this thing is. Whereas the Hot Toys blades require an entire arm, and they do not. You cannot see them.
They're horrible.
They are absolutely horrendous.
I don't even think they care. I think they're like.
I don't think they care either.
I don't think they care.
If you're not going to, if you're not going to do it right, just don't do it, because you can put that money from the LEDs and the electronics, put it into something else. Put something cool in the display base. Make that light up. I don't know, something that we would actually use.
I don't know.
It's not an amazing feature.
Here's the other thing I'd love to see. I want to see this on Iron Man figures. I want to see those stupid switches go away. I want a touch, a fingerprint touch. Hell, I got lamps in the house. You just touch them, they freaking turn on.
Like the Sideshow C-3PO had that.
Yes, exactly. They ought to just be able to touch it and they come on. We shouldn't have to remove panels and turn a flipping switch. And
agreed.
I'd be okay with all the batteries if I could just do that.
Or even, like the ZD Toys, their 7-inch scale Iron Man figures, you plug it in with a micro USB. There's a port on the back. You cover it up with a flap. You plug it in. It charges up. No batteries required. You hit one switch on the back, and it lights up. And the articulation is, because it's a Mark III, it's actually better than the Hot Toys one. Plus, it has that power function. It's got full waist articulation. It's got pop-out joints at the shoulders. And it's super easy to use.
So you're saying it's possible. It's possible.
Yeah, absolutely. It is more than possible. If a customizer in their basement can make a cyborg that has electronics in it, and when you pop it on his display base, he lights up, why can a huge company not do that?
Yep. They're busy making Spider-Man figures.
I do not know what is going on there, but hopefully they figure it out. Peter with a $5 super chat. Thank you very much, Peter. The 2 owners of the Facebook groups I belong to for 6-scale figures. I just got my first diecast figure, Mark 85. Keep up the good work, both of you. Thank you.
Congratulations.
And
that is an amazing first figure.
Oh, yeah. Mark 85 is a beauty. It is the Rolls Royce, the Ferrari, the caviar of the Hot Toys collection, in my opinion. It is the pinnacle of engineering.
That's one heck of a first figure. So I hope you don't go get like the in-game Black Widow figure next, and you'll be like, oh.
I mean, it's an amazing figure, but you won't be able to really. You can't really. It's not the same. You can't really compare.
It's not the same.
Can't really compare. So yes, someone keeps asking me, or has asked me, what model Gundam is that? It is the RX-78-2. It is the OG. It is the original Gundam. This is the perfect grade unleashed version. I will be getting so this one's super detailed and intricate with its markings and panel lines and all that. I will be getting the anime accurate one, which is just super clean, no panel lines at all, which is probably what I prefer because I want my stuff to look exactly like what was seen on screen. Where do you fall with that, Ryan? And if say for instance, I don't know if you know much about Gundam, but say for instance Transformers or something like that, would you prefer overly stylized, really realistic, chock full of panel lining and detail, or ripped straight out of the animation?
For Transformers, I like the panels. I like those. I get where you're at. I think if I was going for something that didn't have any of that stuff, I think I'd just get a statue.
Interesting. Well, I'll bring out the next one, the other one, the clean one, and we will compare them in a future stream, and we will see what y'all think of that. But yeah, I'm the other way. I want it to be as accurate as possible. Interestingly enough,
well, I'm thinking like Transformers. They've got body, fenders and all this kind of thing.
Yeah,
That's what I'm thinking. It's like
It's
mechanical, I guess. About it.
I love these ones for that reason. The 30 DLX Netflix ones, they are the perfect blend of G1 cartoon and also realism. They've got just the right amount. I think they look beautiful.
I would say if you're not ready to jump into a price point of the Hot Toy figure and you're a Transformers fan, that's where you need to start. Right there.
Oh yeah. They are really reasonably priced, and they can articulate like nothing else that I've ever seen that's as bulky as that thing is. It's got insane range of motion. It's full metal. Like, it's not just a little bit metal. It's full metal, and it's painted to the nines. Absolutely.
They're underpriced.
Absolutely. So, I don't know.
I'm not complaining about it. I'm just letting you know.
Oh, no.
Paying for the buck.
I don't know how they can get them that low. Maybe it's because they distribute their own stuff. So for those of you who don't know, Hot Toys are not allowed to distribute their own product. Sideshow was very, very clever, and they signed a deal with Hot Toys so that they can distribute in certain countries around the world. Genius business move. 3-0 didn't do that. So 3-0, you can order directly from them. You can go to their website and order it online internationally. So that means that everywhere else is forced to match their own price, which is that is the way it needs to be done with every company. There is no realm, in my opinion, where another company can charge you more for something that they didn't make. That is insanely ridiculous. I don't know how that is even still happening. It's like if you went to BMW in Germany, for instance, or Apple Store in America, and you pay one price, and you go to Apple Store in Australia and you pay, dramatically more, which we do because of the currency conversion. But retail price is pretty much around the same because they set the global price. Or if Apple wasn't allowed to sell their own products in Australia, like, come on now. Anyway, enough of my rant. I just hope that one day Hot Toys can distribute their own product. Hopefully.
That'd be good.
Hopefully. It would be good.
And yes, I'm drinking Earl Grey, for those wondering what I'm drinking. Is Earl Grey.
A lovely cup of tea.
Yeah, with honey. There's honey in the bottom.
Oh, well. That's a nice combo there, sir.
Yeah, I figured, I was laying off the energy drinks.
I had an arrival today. A new delivery of sorts.
Nice.
Something you've had for a while. Oh, I think I've already told this story, but I want to get your opinion on it because it was quite hilarious.
Sure.
So I picked up the Hasbro Black Series Mando helmet. Finally, I've had it on pre-order since the day it was announced. Finally, I picked it up. You've had yours for a while now, obviously. Yep. So I went to the store. I got a text message saying, come and pick it up today from Zing, is the pop culture retailer. Come and pick it up today. So I went into the store, and the guy was like, I don't know if I can give this to you. And I was like, wait, what? And he's like, yeah, technically it comes out tomorrow, so there's a street date. And I was like, no, friend. It's been out for a while everywhere else. In the US, every other country, it's been out for a while. I can order it from your competitor right now, and it'll be here tomorrow. And he's like, no. I don't know if I can give it to you. So he was making calls and doing this and that. And eventually he decided, for whatever reason, that it was allowed, and he just gave it to me. And his friend was still on the computer like, oh, no, I don't think we can give it to him. And he was like, no, just take it. Just go. So I took it. Anyway, that really grinded my gears. My gears were not happy. So what do you think of that whole situation? I mean, it's been out for months in the States, right?
Yeah, having good friends that collect Marvel Legends and all those things, street dates are a thing. It's a pain in the butt. Because and just like you said, so what will happen here, we'll have a retailer that will collect, they'll have a wave of Marvel Legends. They just had one that was released today, actually. Some Villains wave.
Yes, the street villains, yes.
Yeah. So you'll go into the store and they'll go, you'll go, do you have this? Oh, yeah, we got it. They got the whole wave, whatever. And you can't, they'll say street date, you come back next week.
They won't sell it to you.
Yeah. However, you'll come back next week on the day they're supposed to be released, and you'll be the first one there, and they would have already sold them a week ago.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Every time.
We have this. This is street dated for June, something in June. Australia, for some reason, we sometimes get these, is the only country in the world that currently has these. The Kingdom Rodimus Prime. This is street dated. The Big W, which technically is kind of our Walmart, I guess, that I went to, it wasn't going to sell them to me. They were like, it's on a pallet out the back. It's street dated. I went to another one. They sold it to me, no problem. Nowhere else in the world has these, so I guess we win some, we lose some. We didn't get the Mando helmet, but we got Rodimus Prime. I would still rather the Mando helmet, to be honest.
Have you unboxed the helmet?
I had to return it. So there was a dot of silver chrome on the black visor, and I tried everything to remove it. I tried isopropyl alcohol. I tried nail polish remover. I tried paint thinner. I tried just scratching it, plastic polish, nothing. Would not come off, which is good because that means the chrome is sturdy. So anyway, I returned it. I actually traded it. I ordered another Mando helmet, so I'm not without a Mando helmet. I swapped the original one for this, which I don't know if people are interested in. I got the Hasbro First Order Stormtrooper helmet, which is beautiful, by the way. I love this thing. It's got a die-cast schnozzle thing. Yeah, I love it.
That's a nice piece. So I have the Anovos version of that one. I don't have the Black Series one.
The Anovos one is a beauty. Yeah. Oh yeah, this is awesome. It still has some detail on the inside. It's got its strappings, etc., etc. Yeah, I love this. This is badass. It must have electronics because it has a button on the side.
It says commands and things. Yeah, interesting.
I have the red one, but I never put battery. The Captain Cardinal. Sorry, I never put batteries in Captain Cardinal.
I don't have. Well, yeah, I've got my Anovos one right here. And the Anovos one,
beauty.
Yeah, there's really nothing going on the inside of that one.
Badass. It still looks stunning. The First Order Stormtrooper design, say what you will, I still love the helmets. The helmet design is stunning.
Yeah, I don't have a Death Trooper one yet, but I will at some point get one.
If Hasbro does Death Troopers or a Dark Trooper helmet.
Well, they're doing the Death Watch, which is essentially a repaint of Fett, so that's fine.
I do need to pre-order that, actually. I forgot to do that. I will pre-order it after this stream because I do want that Death Watch helmet. I need it. I need it. Medic 167.
Way too many helmets.
I know, me too. There's helmets galore in here. Far too many. Medic with a $5 super chat says, cheers. Cheers to you, sir, and thank you for watching. I think he's saying cheers to you, Ryan, because you are drinking your Earl Grey.
Yeah, he's a troublemaker too.
Put it on. Michael Mina says, put it on. Unfortunately, I cannot because I've got my AirPods on. It might fit over the AirPods, but I doubt it. So maybe in a future stream.
I did
maybe in a future stream.
We're talking about new acquisitions. I got.
Oh yes, let's see it. Let's.
All right, so I have a video on this, and I don't.
I'll go full frame on you, sir. There you go.
So this is the Disney Parks Legacy Effects Ray Saber. I'm gonna call it Ray Skywalker.
Beautiful,
because that was his. This thing, you would not want to get hit by this. It's got to weigh 4 pounds. It is die cast. It is freaking heavy.
Those things are gorgeous.
Absolutely gorgeous. And you have to open up this eyelets here at the top, just like she did, to put in the blade. Now, here's my gripe with this. All right.
Oh,
and, I made the video, and I haven't released the video because I was so annoyed by it. Literally. So I got the blade, right? And a buddy of mine got this for me, so shout out to him for the hookup. All right, I want to show you. Tell me what you think of this. Let me kill these lights. All right. And tell me what you think of this blade. Let's see if I can find the freaking switch.
Comes across a bit greenish, no?
It's if you're familiar with Gatorade Lemon Lime, that's what it is. It's freaking lemon lime, green, neon color.
Not quite the color that I was expecting, to be honest with you.
I was so annoyed. I was literally recording the video because I just unboxed it, made the video. And I turned it on and I was like, that sucks.
Yeah.
Like that was my reaction. I was like, And but this is so gorgeous.
The hilt is beautiful.
Like, so I don't think I'll ever put that on there ever again. And this is what determines what the color is. So I went and watched a couple of other people's unboxings of this and the blade, and they're all the same. It wasn't like there's not an error. It's just that color.
That's just how it is. I wish we could get those here. We can't get those here. It's such a shame. I would love to have a couple of those legacy sabers.
Yeah. I would 100% recommend the hilt. 100. It's
oh yeah.
So I'm a big fan of this. So pretty stoked to have that one in there. And maybe I'll still release the video. I don't know. But I was so disappointed. Do
it. I'll watch it. I was
just like,
I know. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes.
I was so hyped.
I know. God damn it. God damn Rodrigo with $5 New Zealand. Thank you, sir. Hi, Justin and Ryan. Just got my Mando and child. Congratulations to you. Technically my third. At least it's something to unbox. Great to watch you guys. Thank you. Thank you. I love doing these collabs with Ryan. We have fantastic time chatting figures, and I'm glad that you all enjoy it. Enjoy your Mando and Grogu. It's fantastic. It is a fantastic set.
Oh, yes, it is.
I have another helmet arriving in the next couple of weeks.
Oh, nice.
And it's from the same company. I should have had all this stuff ready. I don't know why. It's over there. Hold on. I'm going to go grab it. I should have had all this stuff ready. So
let's see here. Got shipment of. By the way, for those wondering, I got noticed that an in-game cap was shipping from Sideshow, and they shipped it. So, I'll just throw that out there.
Okay.
I have another one coming.
Excellent. This is a Mando helmet. I'm pretty sure you all know. This is made by a company that is working with Toys Wonderland, and they are making Star Wars helmets. This is the Mando helmet, but they're also making a Bad Batch Hunter helmet. And I have that coming, and I'm really excited about that. This Mando helmet, by the way, is actually pretty good. The sculpt, or the detail in the helmet is pretty accurate. It's very close to the Anovos, except the only thing is it's just straight up gunmetal. It's not all that chrome or shiny. It's a bit glossy, which is cool.
Yeah. Pretty flat.
The paint lets it down. Correct. The paint lets it down a little bit, especially compared to the Hasbro one, which is pure chrome. So I'll do a helmet video at some point where I'll compare all three, probably. But this is great for cosplay because it's nice and light. It's fully padded on the inside, and the visor is super dark, so nobody can see your face behind this helmet. So, yes,
you can wear that within 5 kilometers of your house.
You can, exactly. So I will be reviewing that at some point, and a Phase 2 Rex helmet, Commander Cody helmet, and a Bad Batch Hunter. I've got so many helmets coming, y'all won't know what to do with yourselves. We'll answer these couple of super chats, and then we'll get right into what Ryan has coming up on screen. Michael Mina with a $4.99. Hi, this is a question for Triple J. Still waiting for you to drink a Monster Energy drink and just to put it on. Well,
I've never had a Monster Energy drink ever. I've never had one.
What does that even taste like?
I don't know. I mean, Red Bull. I've had Red Bulls. My caffeine drink of choice for anybody who's curious is GNC Lit. There's no sugar, no caffeine. I'm sorry, no sugar, no calories. A lot of caffeine. And I like C4, which also has no sugar, no calories. So
I don't know what any of that is. We don't have any of that here, unfortunately. It's probably illegal to sell here.
Pre-workout stuff for gym stuff and beta-alanines in there. And GNC Lit is beta-alanine. But it's, no sugar, no calories, and plenty of caffeine. So,
excellent.
If anybody's curious, a normal cup of coffee has 50 milligrams of caffeine, and one of these cans has 250.
Whoa.
So,
okie dokie then.
Usually drink one of those, go to the gym. That's typically what happens.
Fair enough. Yeezy O'Neill with a $4.99. Thank you very much. Top of the evening or morning for me here. Thoughts on Ace Ventura? Love y'all. Who is making Ace Ventura? Have you seen the Ace Ventura figure, Ryan? Is it I'm trying to think of who would take it. Asmus maybe?
I don't know. I'd be interested.
Star Ace?
I don't know.
Yeah. If it's good, I'll get it. If it's good, I'll pick it up and I'll take a look at it on the channel. And Alexandros with a $5 super chat. Hi everyone, do you foresee a re-release of the Dark Side Anakin? No, I don't. They haven't really re-released anything Star Wars now that I'm thinking about it. The only thing would have been the Han and Chewie 2-pack, but that happened when it was coming out anyway, and that was more of like a second wave rather than a reissue.
Second wave of Yoda.
Yes, a second wave. Yeah. Plus, Darkside Anakin was a Toy Fair exclusive, so that kind of defeats the purpose of the Toy Fair exclusive.
I think they might be basing that on the Nightmare Batman, which was a Toy Fair exclusive, and then they 2-packed it with Superman.
Right. But maybe. I think that's a little bit... I don't know. That's different because we had another Justice League film. So one was BVS, and now this one's a Justice League version. So technically, it's a different version. Plus, they changed a couple of things. The color of the scarf, different base. Yeah. So... I don't, unless there's another, maybe in Kenobi, maybe in Darkside Anakin shows up, and then they can have a Kenobi version of Darkside Anakin. Then maybe. I'd buy that. I'll be all over that. But unfortunately, no, I don't think so. Apparently, Budget Stark is here. Budget Stark, hello, welcome to the stream. So hopefully you are enjoying our figure chat. Ryan has something to share with us, and it is 3 different Mileses.
Yeah. I figure we got to talk about this because the question is, in the last video I did a preview, and you did a preview of the Dune. People are like, it's too similar to the last one and this one, that, whatever. Which one do I buy? How many Miles figures do I buy? So I figured I would ask. We can ask in the chat.
I need to correct myself, by the way. Apparently, they are not the same. I was told by about 1 million different comments that the suit underneath is different. I have fully played the game, and I was under the assumption in the game and in figure format they're the same. I stand corrected. I am wrong. So just putting it out there.
We've been wrong before. It's all right.
It be how it do, and I don't. It doesn't really matter anyway. So
no, it doesn't matter. So
thanks for letting me know.
The question is, do you have a preference of the 3?
Absolutely. If I had to just go with one, because I'll be getting all 3 of them, but if I had to just go with one, I would go with the advanced suit, the Miles advanced suit, which is just the suit itself. You still get Spider-Man the cat in the backpack. You still get some awesome energy effects, but it's just the straight up Miles suit from the game. If you wanted one suit to represent that game, it's that one. It's on the cover of the damn thing, I'm pretty sure. Whereas 2020 suit, when you don't have his eyes lit up, he looks dead. He looks terrible. They should have had one where his eyes were also painted in the mask. I hate when they sacrifice the accuracy and the shelf presence of something for a light-up feature. It's the same thing as when, back in the day, you would get a Batman figure from the 89 Batman film, and it would come with a cotton candy machine or some crap like that, just to sell it as a toy, just for a gimmick purpose. I hate that. Don't sacrifice the look of something for a gimmick. It never works. And in this instance, it doesn't. Yeah. They even lit it up at Secret Base, which they never do, because they knew that it would look terrible if they didn't. So,
did the batteries last more than 10 minutes?
I highly doubt it. Maybe 5. You get 5, maybe. So I hate. I
they
hate
probably
that they did
had
that.
a silk reactor hooked up.
Oh, probably. Plus, I never really liked that design of the suit anyway. Like, it's cool, cyberpunky, but Spider-Punk is also punky, and nobody liked him. So I don't think 2020 is a good option. Bodega Cat's suit is different, though. If it has a full Spidey suit underneath, then it becomes a little bit more universal, because you can have him just as, sort of an advanced suit-looking Spidey. If not, it's still great, but at the end of the day, it's Miles wearing a hoodie in his Spidey suit. It's not as iconic as the full-on advanced suit. So
you could get the advanced suit and buy a hoodie if you wanted to.
You're good. Yeah. You're good.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think you got some valid points there. Like you, I'll be getting all three because I'm hoarding Spider-Man.
Of course.
And I like the hoodie. I like the rollerblades. I think are cool, but I think they're going to be a posing nightmare. I think they're just going to be
absolutely
just like posing Gamora or something. It's going to be terrible.
You'll have to use the stupid waist clamp, and if there is a suit under there, you'll be tearing right into that suit. After 3 months of it sitting in that waist clamp, there will be some huge holes in the side of his body. That's another thing.
I'm thinking there's no suit.
Let's investigate magnetic stands, Hot Toys. Come on now.
Yes, that'd be awesome. But I'm with you. I think the advanced suit's the way to go. If you're going to get one, if you're going to just be a completionist, then more power to you, because that's where I'm going. But you get Spider-Man the Cat, which is the number one draw for me on all of these, actually. So,
he's awesome.
I'm a big fan of that. And I like the head on the advanced suit better. I like the red webbing versus the muted black, and I like that a little better. And the other thing I like about the advanced suit is from posability. He has a low cut shoe versus the high top.
Yes.
So I'm a big fan of that too.
Very good points, sir. Very good.
Yeah. So, but I like all of them.
Absolutely, we got to get them all.
It's like, it's a terrible question to ask us. Like,
it's picking. It's like picking your favorite child. You can't really. You can, but you kind of can't.
We're trying. Not everybody's buying them all. We understand that. We're just trying to help.
We're putting our not crazy collector hat on for a minute.
That's exactly, which is difficult to do sometimes.
Sometimes very.
All right, here we go.
Oh,
so. Here's what I got. So we got the reissue of Whiplash last SDCC Toy Fair, and then out of nowhere we got the Mark V, and then we get this other thing, whatever it is. And there's your proof that there's CGI going crazy right there. There's your proof in the photo.
Yes.
So if you were going to have a display with Whiplash, which one would you display him with?
Every day of the week, I would get the diecast Mark V. Absolutely. It's way more posable, because let's be honest, the thing, you can only have him in this pose or in this pose. It looks cool, I guess, for 5 minutes, but it's way bulkier, because they literally have to put the suit on top of a suit on top of a body. There are 3 different layers here, and you have to have him in one of those 2 poses. Whereas Mark V is so much more versatile. You can have him actually fighting Whiplash. It depends. If you're a fan of a suit-up look, then sure, go for that. But if you were just having one diecast Mark V every day of the week.
I missed out on the diecast Mark V. I could have bought it back. I just didn't. So I don't own it. And, of course, the prices on the ones on the secondary market now are just going, they're dumping, which is fine. But I like both. Once they announced I was already going to get Whiplash, but once they announced the new one, I was like, crap, I'm going to go ahead. So I went ahead and ordered Whiplash. He's on the way and whatever.
Nice. You got to have
the box for a month or 2 before I actually open him. I just wanted to have it.
It's a very old school type of figure. You'll see what I mean when you open him up. Bob Dylan says, I will display the diecast Mark V and sell a Whiplash to help pay for the suit up Mark V.
I think I will probably display my thing just in the race suit.
Yes, absolutely. I think that's the way to go, because also, what kind of damage is this going to wreak on the racing suit? It's a tight-fitting plastic piece that's crunching up against a racing suit. I don't know what that's going to look like after a couple of months.
And if it's if they were smart, use magnets, then you'd have like magnet marks under the suit or something.
Ooh.
I don't know.
I would love to see that, but I highly doubt it. They're going to be those really thin, fragile little clips that they tend to use sometimes for some reason. I don't.
So buy 2 because you're going to tear up 1.
Yeah, I'm tempted to get one for racing suit and one for the Thing look, which is him doing the suit up.
I'm super stoked for the Mark V, and I might even just not wait around on it. I might just go pick up the previous generation one. But
it's a beauty. It's a beauty.
I do like my Iron Man figures. Big fan of that. All right.
All
right. Here's the thing. I want to talk about this.
Okay.
We've got 75 versions of Iron Man.
Yeah,
now we've got Spider-Man, who has taken the mantle of multiple variants.
Which is fitting because he's in the movies as well. He's the new big guy, I guess.
Yep. So if you were I guess I got two questions. One, which one has better variants? And two, if you had to pick one line to collect versus the other, which one would it be? Just based on the figures. Based on the figures. Not character story arcs, based on the figures. If you were building an ultimate display.
Yep. Okay, I'm gonna put all the other stuff aside. Just go on the figures, like you said. I have to go Spidey because the PS4 game gives us not just a bunch of PS4 specific Spider-Man suit designs, but they give us classic comic book versions of Spidey. So you're not just getting MCU Iron Man, for instance. Like the only Iron Man figures you can get are Mark 1 through 85, and they are all from the MCU. Whereas the PS4 ones are from all that massive history of Spidey spanning, decades, all the way from the 90s version, which is the Scarlet Spider. You get modern stuff like the Spider Armor Mark IV. You also have specific stuff like Advanced Suit and the Anti-Ox suit from the game. But it's so wide-reaching, and there are so many variants, and it's this massive collection of comic book-based suits that it just shows a lot of love for the source material. I have to go with Spidey over Iron Man just for that reason alone.
Look at the chat. The chat's definitely divided.
Iron Man. Everyone's saying Iron Man. Interesting.
Iron Man all day. Iron Man line.
I think I know why. Number one, metal. Because for some reason, collectors love metal. Like, if there's metal in something, it just wins over everything. And also because it has exposed joints, which means you can go crazy with your posing.
Yep.
But that's just the nature of the design of Iron Man. It has actual joints in those areas, so you can get away with it. Whereas Spidey is still just as accurate, but he's covered in fabric because that's how Spidey be. Ryan, weigh in. Which way do you go?
Rodrigo says Iron Man sucks. I'm with you, man. Spider-Man all day long. All day long. Spider-Man. And there's some couple of variants I'd love to see from the PS4 game. One of them being Future Foundation Spider-Man. Love to see that one. But I would also like to see the bag-ahead Spider-Man. I think that would be amazing. Although it probably wouldn't sell very well, but I'd like to see it anyways.
And of course, my audio has just died. 1 second while I fix it.
Team Cap or Team Iron. Well, there you go. I only have Spider-Man Hot Toys that are mine. I don't know what that means. Spider-Man all day. Now Team Cap or Team Iron Man. Ooh, that's tough, guys. It's tough. Well, we need.
Okay, I'm back. I'm so sorry. My car washing guy decided to call me, and I'm not exactly sure why. Ryan, I missed all of that. Did you say Spider-Man or Iron Man?
I said Spider-Man all day long, like without question. You get
because of the variety.
This Iron Spider with the legs. Mm-hmm. This guy right here, unbelievable. I mean, just
yes.
The Anti-Ox.
You also have the MCU suits as well, right? So it's not like you're not just limited to the game. You also have MCU stuff, which was in the game, by the way. Right. So it's all accurate. It's all canon. It's all in the game. Yeah.
And we got Miles and we got Peter.
Yes.
Got both.
And we got Spider-Verse coming as well.
So I'm really into the Spider thing because the display factor on them. But what I was saying is I would like to see the baghead Spider-Man.
Yep,
that one.
I would buy that.
I don't think it would sell very well, but I'd like to have one. And I would like to see the other one. And I think we're going to see it at some point. I have no idea. But on the Miles Morales game, the black, white, and red suit. I don't remember the name.
Is that the track suit? I think it's the track suit.
Maybe. I don't remember the name of it. But where's white with the spider? I want that one. Like, I think that would be striking. Pun intended. Venom strike on the shelf. I think.
Absolutely. I want all of the suits. I think they've stopped with the Peter Parker suits now. I think that's it.
Yeah.
Once classic suit is out, then they'll make them from the new game when there is eventually a new game. Come on now. But for now, I think they've finished that. So I think we'll get a couple more from Miles. Maybe that white one that you were talking about. Maybe a couple of other ones. 2, I'd say, probably at max, and then we'll move on to the next game, probably.
Yeah. And I definitely
that's the tracksuit.
In addition to those, the Miles Morales Spider-Verse and Spider-Gwen.
Yes. Yep. And Spider-Ham, can't forget him.
Spider-Ham, yes, Spider-Ham. Somebody asked me today which accessory piece was more important, Spider-Ham or the Lothcat with the Grogu set, and I said Lothcat. So, Star Wars, man, what you gonna do?
There you go. Someone has asked, SJC360 with a $4.99 super chat. Thank you. Will any company make Peter B. Parker Spider-Man with the gold lines like Spider-Verse / PS4 Spider-Man game? The gold lines. I don't remember any gold lines, but Young Rich Toys have made 2 1/6 scale Peter B. Parkers now. I think they're both good. They're not amazing, but they're both great figures, just in that realm. I don't know about the gold lines. Do you know?
I'm not familiar with that one either. I don't know. I'm familiar with the Young Rich figures you were talking about, but
I'm sorry, SJC. We are not aware of the gold lines.
Your knowledge of Spider-Man surpasses our own. Sorry.
Absolutely, there are a lot of people whose knowledge of most of these comic book based things surpasses my own. I never read any original Marvel comics, so I'm just based on video games and film. I'm too young. I'm sorry. I didn't read any of those original run stuff. So I apologize if my knowledge is not up to scratch. My nerd card isn't as well stamped.
Yeah.
Yes.
Last one.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You can only get one.
Guys with swords, we'll call this segment.
Yeah, guys with swords. And these are not, here's what I determined. These are action figures cosplaying as characters from films. That's what I'm calling it. Cosplaying. Because you can do that. You only get one for the collection. Which one is it?
I'm looking at that Witcher and he looks fantastic. That figure, by the way, looks insanely good.
Yeah, really
does. I'm absolutely getting it. The Henry Cavill sculpt looks amazing. They comes with 2. The outfit looks awesome. But I've only just seen that first season of Witcher. I'm not a huge fan of the games. Ms. Collection loves the games, but I don't really. I'm going to have to go with Heimdall. It's Idris Elba, first of all. I love Idris. He's an amazing actor. But also, he kind of is in a lot of MCU stuff. He's even in Avengers Infinity War. So he's a bigger character for me personally. I've got much more of a connection with Heimdall. So I have to go with him. But The Witcher looks fantastic as well. That outfit.
Oh, if they deliver the way the photos are, if they actually can to make that as a production item, it's going to be a winner for sure. I'm definitely going to get both of these. But if I had to choose one, Heimdall all day long. I mean, it's no question.
Apparently, he's out soon. By the way, he should be dropping soon. Yeah, so look out for him.
For my Thor Ragnarok line, he's going to be over there for that, even though I know it's a little earlier film. But I don't even care.
How big is he going to be is the question.
I don't know. The only thing missing from my Thor Ragnarok line, other than Heimdall, or a version of Heimdall, and Valkyrie, is Scourge.
Yes. So. We need a Carl Urban Scourge. Please, Toy Zero, you're making Heimdall. Can you make Scourge too?
Yeah, sure. Scourge with all kinds of stuff. Like I want all stuff.
Even if it's like you get the display base and then you get a cardboard printout of the room of the Rainbow Bridge room with the stuff in the background, I would be okay.
I would go on like eBay or something. I'll just buy all kinds of random 6-scale junk, and I'll just be like, my stuff. I freaking love that guy, man. It was such a good one.
A lot of people are agreeing with you. They also say we need a Korg. We do need a Korg.
Oh. That would be amazing. I think the odds of that are pretty low, I think.
Very hard to do. I don't know how, where you would hide the joints in that rock. I would love to see a collector and a Jeff Goldblum's character. What's his name again?
Oh, Grandmaster.
Grandmaster. Yes.
With the melting stick.
Of course. Is
that a melting stick offense?
I mean, we got Barber Stan Lee, but we didn't get Jeff Goldblum as the Grandmaster. Weird. Yeah. I don't know how that works. But yeah,
that'd be a great Toy Fair exclusive.
Valkyrie would be nice.
Valkyrie would be another great Toy Fair exclusive. If they just give us Ragnarok exclusives, I'd be happy with that. But yeah, I think this Heimdall looks fantastic. The Witcher looks amazing, and I'm with you. I watched the full season of the Witcher series, and with no backstory, knowing nothing about it, it was really odd. It was just strange. I didn't really get into it.
It's a bit weird. I don't go for that medieval stuff, like the dragons and the horses and all that. I don't really go for that, to be honest. I only watched it because Henry Cavill, right? He's Superman. So I was like, hey, I'll give it a go. Plus, Steph really likes it. So I'll give it a go. I mean, it was okay.
He looked bigger than Superman in that show.
Oh, yeah, big time.
Well, like he put on weight to be...
Somehow, some way he did that. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan. Like, I don't like Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones. I don't watch any of that medieval stuff. It's just not for me. And people are like, oh, well, that's just the setting. The storytelling is great. I'm sure it is, but you need to buy in to that world. And when it comes to the medieval stuff, I just don't buy in. So the story is irrelevant to me because I just don't get past that first hurdle. Some people are saying, isn't there a Valkyrie already? I mean, there is. They've got a prototype made, but they didn't make her.
Yeah.
It
was time jumping for me on Witcher, trying to keep up. I was like, where am I at? It was just weird. So, anyway. That is
a very good point. They did do that. Hopefully season 2 is less like that, because now, of course, his daughter is with him. Anyway, we will see what happens. More and more I've seen the comment recently that people, for some reason, are thinking that Sideshow Coming Soon page, the hangar bay where it has all those poor lost souls, they think that is a guarantee that something is coming out. People have commented on my videos, Justin, don't worry. On the Sideshow Coming Soon, there's Obi-Wan, so it's 100% happening. Just so you all know, no. That's where figures go to die, unfortunately. Most of that stuff will never be made.
They should rename it the Figure Graveyard. That's awesome.
They should.
They should name it Product Graveyard, because it's other things.
Absolutely, because that's exactly what it is. So, don't forget that Sideshow Coming Soon page is pretty much just to show prototypes that weren't made. That's it. So
what don't get hyped. Really mean?
It could mean 10 years from now.
Yeah.
But always remember. There you go. Always remember, Hot Toys and Sideshow are two different companies, and that website is just that. It's a website. It's a graveyard. There you go. Bob Dylan says we got Batman Forever and Robin back from the graveyard. We sure did, and I'm glad that we did, because those figures look very interesting. I can't wait to see it.
And I think Juiced is making the Batman Forever mobile, right?
I think so. We're going to have an interview with the creator, or one of the creators, I should say, because it's a father-son team of Jazz Inc. He'll be coming on to a stream maybe next week, which is exciting, and we will be doing a Q&A. So if any of y'all have questions about Jazz Inc. stuff, we will be doing an interview stream, and we will hopefully be answering those questions. Chase asks with a $1.99 super chat, Justin, are you picking up the new Damn Toys Ezio figure? Yes, I am. Something was shipped yesterday, and I don't know what it was. It could be that, or it could be something else. But I think it's that Mrs. Collection's favorite Assassin's Creed character is that guy. I never played any Assassin's Creed, so I apologize. But she loves that character. That's her favorite assassin, I guess. And that's the favorite look. So I of course had to pick it up. It's a white figure, though, I'm pretty sure. So I hate reviewing white figures because I use a white background. Anyway, enough complaining. I can, but I don't want to.
I'm not picking that up because I know nothing about the game or the character.
No, me neither. I wouldn't if Steph didn't like Assassin's Creed. That would not be anywhere near my radar because those videos don't do very well either. Because it seems the fan base for Assassin's Creed is a passionate one, but they don't really collect figures.
By the way, this will shock some people, I think. Me being the biggest DC fan on the planet.
Of course.
Everybody knows how much.
No sarcasm there at all.
None at all. I actually ordered the 66 Batmobile.
Congrats.
Now the downside of that is now I got to go buy the Batman and Robin.
Not a downside at all. Those figures are actually fantastic.
So, I'm quite, I grew up watching that show, so that's fine.
Yeah.
I grew up watching the pow and the oof and the whams and all that kind of stuff, and so that was kind of the deal. But the deluxe, the leather seats and the light up function and the sounds and the whole thing, I was like, yeah, I got to do it.
Oh yeah.
So
absolutely.
I don't know where I'm going to put it. It'll probably go to work, and I'll store it in my work office. I'll build something for it, and but I bought a DC figure, so I'm not proud of it. I'm not proud of it.
Why? You should be proud of it. When you get it, you will be proud. It's going to be beautiful.
I'm sure I will. It's like I know I'm going to have to be getting the Batman Forever figure, the Batman and what I call the Bulge. And,
yes.
So
Robin with his quarter scale crotch,
6 scale figure, quarter scale crotch. I will definitely not be getting their Batmobile because I have no desire for that. But the 66 Batmobile, I grew up watching that after school, and with the shark repellent spray and the whole.
Yes, of course. And the cardboard insert to the box is a window where you can open the window and have them rappelling up the side of a building, which is
they were so good at that.
Hot Toys, why don't you do more stuff like that?
I don't remember if it was in the movie. It might have been in the movie where Batman is chasing Joker. He gets this bomb, and he runs around for 5 minutes with this bomb.
Yeah, and he's holding it above his head, and
I was like, throw it with. It's so silly, but it's entertaining.
I know. It's hilarious. Those figures are fantastic. He comes with the bomb. He comes with the shark repellent, and the car is going to be a beauty. I almost bought that today, but somebody had one of the nylon thing had to rip it, and I was like, no. Oh, the outfits are so fragile. That material, literally, like you touch it and you pull your finger away, and there'll be like a thread coming loose. So please be careful.
If somebody else there has a set that they no longer want, hit me up.
I have a friend in Australia who has, I think, 4 sets, and they're just in boxes. Wow. I don't know why, but he does. So anyway, that is rather interesting. Bob Dylan with a $5 super chat. Over 300 people watching the stream. Please take a second to give the stream a thumbs up. Yes, please, people. And thank you, Bob Dylan, for reminding everyone watching. 325 people. Thank you all. You are all amazing. And I'm glad that you can come and hear us chat figures and Batman. Because 66 Batmobile, I have one coming too. I'm really excited. Yost did say that the first prototype hopefully will be done soon, and then he'll be sending me that one. So the one that I'll be getting might be slightly different to the one that's released because they have running changes. So they modify stuff here and there and get stuff more accurate or more durable. So mine hopefully will still be good, but it might not be as good as the one that Ryan is getting, unfortunately.
Pretty stoked for that one. So
at the very least, the Forever Batmobile will look stunning because the neon lights, like all throughout it, and the thing spinning at the front, like it'll be a really badass looking thing. But it's obviously still Batman Forever. So.
Oh, and the bat signal. I got the bat signal too. So.
Nice.
Nice. You gotta have that. So.
You do. So yeah, we're both getting our Batmobiles, I guess.
And the Tumblr. Man, I've got way too much DC.
You got a lot of cars coming, sir.
That's okay. I got room. It'll be all right.
We always find room. Room shall be found.
I just want my 6-scale Starfighter from So I mean, he's gonna have Yost is gonna have the race speeder done soon, so I'm pretty stoked for that.
Yes,
that's definitely on the hit list. And
I don't know.
Are you getting this? Are you getting the snow speeder?
No, I don't think so.
It's gonna be.
It's too big. It's gonna be too big. The same thing with the Batwing. I can't justify it. It's too big.
Well, the Batwing's like 5. It's crazy. Yeah. I'm more power to the people that got like you'd have to wall mount that. You'd have to. But the snow speeder, man, I'm because we're getting snow speeder Luke and I don't know. I'm on the fence with that.
Too big. I don't think I'll be able to do it. It's just far too big. Even if for some reason they wanted to send it to me to review, I probably wouldn't. I don't know if I'd be able to accept it just because it is that darn massive.
Yeah, it's pretty huge.
So Anyway, we will see when the time comes, I suppose. We shall see. But for now, Batmobile is what it is, where it's at. Let's have a look. Shall we have a look at some of the questions in the chat while we are here? Well, first of all, we have from Andrew. Justin, have you looked at the 3rd scale Linda Carter Wonder Woman? Is that the one that is on Sideshow's homepage? Because if so, I have seen it. It looks okay. If it's not that one, then forgive me. But the one on the homepage, I don't think it looks all that good, to be honest.
The Prime? No, I don't. No.
Let me. Hang on. Let me go to Sideshow.
Is it the Prime one?
I will tell you in but a moment, sir. It is now no longer on the homepage. It was yesterday when I was on there, but I will search Wonder Woman. I'm having a look right now. Is it this? Is this the one that you were talking about? Tweet Ahead? Is it the Tweet Ahead one?
Well, that would not be 3rd scale.
That's not 3rd scale. Okay, well, that one is the one that I was talking about. The Tweet Ahead one, I don't think looks fantastic. I can't see the 3rd scale one on here, unfortunately. So I don't know.
It's going to be Wonder Woman versus Hydra, or the Rebirth. They've got 2. They're both Prime 1 pieces. Prime 1 does 3rd scale. The Wonder Woman versus Hydra is pretty amazing. I'm definitely not picking that one up. But
that's not Linda Carter, though. Unfortunately.
Yeah, the Rebirth one, I believe, is the one he's talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got to be that one.
I mean,
but it's still a stylized one. It's not a.
Doesn't look much like Linda Carter to me, unfortunately. So yeah, not really all that hype. Prime 1, Rodrigo was saying. Yeah, Prime 1 makes some amazing statues. I have a collab video with Gem Mint Collectibles where we do statues versus figures. That will be dropping this week. So stay tuned. We discuss price point, size, edition numbers, QC, all that sort of stuff. Statues versus figures. So hopefully you'll find that exciting or interesting at the very least. I'll take interesting. I'll take it.
There we go.
So
yeah, I don't know which one he's talking about.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we cannot find it. So
I did order the Queen Studios Wonder Woman piece. Last month. Or
Queen Studios is like if Hot Toys is the Ferrari, then Queen Studios is the one-off hand-built coach building vehicle made by Lycan or something like that, or a Bugatti that's been hand upholstered. That's where Queen Studios is right now. They're the most realistic. They are not even all that pricey, to be totally honest with you, for what you're getting.
No,
they are absolutely top of their game.
It's quite gorgeous. I got the quarter scale Wonder Woman with the Gal Gadot and the Linda Carter portrait switch outs, and just
nice. Yeah, and their Catwoman looks amazing. They shared a new photo of it on Instagram yesterday.
Yep, that's a whole nother world, man. You got to have some space. And
big time.
And you wait a long time for those too, which is okay.
Yeah, you do. If you need to have enough space to store people, because that's sometimes if you're getting the busts, it's people sized. So if you have enough space to have people lined up along your wall, which is creepy, then you have enough space for your busts.
I don't want people lined up on my wall.
Literally.
I'm not getting the bust. I'm sticking to quarter scale, maybe third scale, of course, but not the bust. I have considered picking up the life-size bust of Boba Fett from Sideshow. I've considered that.
Okay. I've seen that a couple of times myself, but
I have considered it with the jetpack and it. But again, space-wise,
it's too big. Apparently, I've been watching a Boba Fett collector. He collects exclusively Boba Fett and some other random Star Wars stuff, but pretty much just Boba Fett. He's an expert on all things Boba Fett. He has the Sideshow life-size full Boba Fett, the full life-size, which was like 15 grand or something crazy like that.
Yep.
He's got both versions of the bust from Empire and Return of the Jedi. So yeah, I'm kind of envious of him with that life-size full standing Boba Fett. I would love to have that one day in the collection. One day. Thomas with a £5 super chat. Thank you very much, Thomas. Big fan of the channel. What are your thoughts on the JND Studios 1/3 scale Wonder Woman 84 Golden Armor? JND Studios, that's a relatively new company, I believe.
Yeah, and it's up there on quality of it's up there. I think they call it hyper real. I think that's what they're saying. It was
JND Studios Wonder Woman. I'm looking at it now, Thomas. The
portrait is next level amazing.
Whoa. That looks like a real person.
Yeah, check out the Catwoman. Check out the Catwoman after you check this one.
Let me have a look.
Yeah, it's
if J&D Studios would like to collab, y'all let me know, because that looks, oh my goodness. The Catwoman also looks like a real person. Okay, yeah. J&D Studios is right up there, in my opinion, with Queen Studios and with Infinity Studio, I'm pretty sure. Infinity Studio? They also do the busts and the statues and that sort of stuff. So now there is something higher quality and pricier than Hot Toys. So they are
buying multiples of like the Justice League, buying all the. So I mean, there's a different level of there are tiers of collectors.
This is what I would call the platinum tier.
Yeah,
I sit around the gold tier. Yeah. So I haven't quite elevated myself to the platinum tier yet. I don't have the space, and I don't think I would be allowed to spend that much money.
They won't maybe one day at the table, man. I'm over here buying toys, so I'm buying some quarter scale statues and whatever. If I bought a life size scale of Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, I'd be single, number one.
Well, let's put it this way.
Maybe I wouldn't mind it if I had Gal Gadot in the room. I don't know. But,
let's put it this way. If we were a bust collector or a statue collector, we'd maybe pick up 2 things a year, right? Because these companies are a slow burn. So that would be fine, because we pick up, I don't know, 50 plus figures a year, which would easily equate to the same as one statue. Oh, yeah. So I think that's how statue collectors get away with it, because they have much longer lead times. They can put all their funds into one particular thing versus 5 or 10 figures. I'm of the mindset that I would rather have 20 figures or 10 figures for the price of one 3rd scale statue, and for the room as well. So no matter how good it looks, that's still where I'm at with my collecting.
Yeah. I'm buying statues of things that if the pose is something that I just would not be able to pull off in a figure, that's kind of where I see that going along. Like that pose, the Queen Studios Wonder Woman, the way she's posed, there's no way you would pull that off with the seamless arms. It would just be, you just couldn't do it.
No, you could, but you wouldn't want to.
You'd come in and it'd just be split, and you'd be big time. I don't do that. But and if you want something larger, you might want to stack your collection. You might want like some legends and a hot toy and a statue, or I don't know.
Yeah, you could. Different scales definitely can work. A lot of people are saying, Linda and Bob Dylan are both saying that they're starting into the statues as well. I mean, we're all guilty of this. When there's a lull in new figures coming out, we go out and we pick up random stuff.
Random stuff. Like this.
Yeah. And we go and we fill that void with comics and other figures.
Yeah.
So you're not alone in that. But when the figures start dropping once again, just be ready, because they will need to start dropping pretty quickly, I would say.
Let's hope.
I mean, let's just to put it in perspective.
There's only so many other lines I can jump down.
I showed these last stream. They still haven't been opened yet. But 2 of the Rogue One boys, the classic white Stormtroopers, my favorite all-time design for Stormtroopers. When it's a lull, you find yourself picking up things like that, which you probably you don't have space for. I don't. But so be it.
It's what you do.
It is. We have 1 minute left in the stream, everyone. So I do want to say a huge thank you to every single one of you who have come along, super chatted. A massive thank you to everyone who's done a super chat. All of that will be going directly into the Modu Case Fund, which, yes, is definitely still happening. They are in production as we speak. So a huge thank you to all of y'all. Ryan, it's been fantastic talking to you once again. So we'll be on your channel next Monday for you, but Tuesday for me.
There you go.
Perfect. Excellent. Oh, by the way, it is Prime 1. Okay, before we conclude, I will have a look at this Prime 1 Linda Carter. Let's have a look at Carter.
I'm curious too.
Let's have a look. Okay, I mean, yeah, it looks okay. It looks okay. Now that I've never been a huge fan of the way Prime 1 does skin. It has this porcelain type of look to it and a very limited surface detail. The sculpts are rather soft because it's mostly out of polystone, so they can't get that super sharp detail. But I mean, it looks okay. But when we're talking about Queen Studio and this J&D company and Infinity, those are the statue companies that, in my opinion, have now surpassed Prime 1. I don't necessarily think Prime 1 was ever that fantastic. Even if you look at the Ben Affleck head sculpt that came with the BVS Batman, I don't think it looks much like Ben Affleck at all, to be totally honest with you. Superman as well, I don't think it looks that great. It's got a very pasty porcelain white skin tone. So I would go with one of the other companies. But yes, Linda Carter looks okay. But I'm still hoping one day we get a 1/6 scale figure of her.
Yeah, that would be awesome. They did announce finally their Kong versus Godzilla diorama thing. You saw
that. Yeah.
Oh, I will not.
That looks good.
That.
That looks good.
65.
It looks good though. I know. It looks beautiful. And then My Hero Academia statue also looks totally awesome. But again, no space, unfortunately. But once again, a huge thank you to every single one of you who has come along. Ryan will be on your channel next week, so I'll catch you there. They can find you at Jedha Patrol. So definitely search up Ryan. Check out his amazing reviews. But until next time, like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next video.